You are literally going to beat Alex Becker and his gang to this gaming coin. And the reason? Because you know a guy that knows a guy. I'm the guy. And they are allowing me to bring it to you first. It literally hasn't even launched yet. I'm talking pre-seed, baby. But you only have 48 hours. That's the catch. So act quickly if you want in. If you're looking for the next 100x opportunity in crypto, I've got some news for you. The odds are that you're probably looking in the wrong place. Here's the TLDR. You need to stop focusing on AI, real-world assets, and meme coin projects, and start looking at narratives that haven't been receiving much attention, at least in this cycle, but did receive it in previous cycles. Now, in my opinion, that is where the biggest potential gains lie, and you can see how many times these gaming coins have gone parabolic on Alex Becker's channel. But not this time, because Drew brought it to you first before Alex Becker ever covered it and gave it the historic pump that he brings to coin prices on projects that he covers. So, the next question on your mind may be, where's a good place to start and how do I get in? First, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Now, let's go chase some bull run gains, shall we? GameFi is one of the most promising narratives in this cycle, but it's also one of the least talked about. And this is exactly the reason why certain GameFi projects have the potential to make some serious gains. The masses haven't quite caught on to them like they did in 2021. Imagine investing $1,000 in a project like Gala or Sandbox in 2020, a year before the GameFi narrative went parabolic last run. Better yet, imagine getting access to one of these projects before they even went public. Pre-seed private sale, like the VCs and influencers get, only it's you this time. Wild, right? Well, folks, that's exactly the opportunity that we'll be talking about in this video today. I am one of the only people that can give you pre-seed access to this coin right now. You're welcome. Brought to you by an ecosystem, EMP, that has been around for years. Honor vs. Madness is the first fully immersive NFT-driven card game with live action mechanics built on none other than Unreal Engine. And today, we're going to be talking about exactly what this game is and much, much more. So stick around for the full video to find out. Now, if you've been tuned into other YouTubers like Alex Becker, I'm not offended, but you're probably aware of the bullish potential of GameFi in this space. But do you know exactly why? Maybe not, but check this out. Imagine a trading card game like Magic the Gathering, but fully on-chain with live action gameplay elements, and all the cards come in the form of NFTs. Better yet, you get a free deck of cards just to start. And this is, in my opinion, exactly the types of things that I think NFTs were meant to be. And that's exactly what Honor vs. Madness is aiming to accomplish. The game revolves around duels between heroes representing one of the two factions, the Wizarding Society and the Shadow Realm. And if you want to know the potential of this market, I literally saw someone take like $10,000 and turn it into over 1 mil when Splinterlands came out, a very similar type of game. Why? Because they were in early before it caught traction, and there's like 4 bonuses that you get by getting into Honor vs. Madness early, and we will cover them in just a second. But what of the game and the parallels it draws to Splinterlands and the parabolic run that Splinterlands had in the previous bull run? Fact check me. Look at the sales of those assets. Players are tasked with assembling a deck of cards, strategically employing their resources and outmaneuvering their opponents. Naturally. The game combines elements of strategy, deck building, and resource management with the added depth of faction-specific cards and unique live-action mechanics. What makes Honor vs. Madness so unique is this. In recent years, a number of NFT games have emerged, promising players true ownership of in-game assets through NFTs. But many of these titles have functioned more as proof of concept than actually gaming experiences, with an excessive focus on economic elements rather than on gameplay quality. I'm looking at you, Gods Unchained. Consequently, these games mostly attracted investors interested in cashing in on the ecosystem while lacking a real player base that creates true demand of the in-game items and tokens. Honor vs. Madness wants to change all of that by committing to making their user experience a top priority. And this is why I'm bringing you this project right now. The reason the GameFi narrative has so much upside potential, in my opinion, is pretty simple. Regular people love playing games. Your average gamer doesn't care about Web3 or blockchain technology. They just want to have a great user experience, and if that experience comes with extra financial perks, amazing. Anyways, the vision of Honor vs. Madness is to develop an economic model that places paramount importance on player engagement and enjoyment, which thus brings value to the token prices and the NFTs. They aim to achieve this by minimizing pay to win through fair access to gameplay relevant cards and NFTs that offer true ownership with animated premium cards that stand out. All cards will be available in a regular and an animated NFT version, and there are some extremely rare ones that you should probably look out for and that you can get your hands on exclusively here in just a second, so stay tuned. And as I said earlier, all players will get access to a basic set to get started with gameplay. Collectible cards outside of the basic card set will be available as animated NFTs. Owning these cards on chain will then allow you access to play them in game. They will also be purchasable and tradable on a secondary market, and that's where the fun really begins. Each card can have one of the following ascending rarities: common, rare, epic, legendary, and madness. The higher the rarity, the lower the chance to find it in a card pack. And obviously, with the higher the rarity, the hope is to have a much higher value. Now, they have announced a whitelist sale on August 9th for the main token to be used to interact with the game's ecosystem, the Grim Gold or GG token. And you have to sign up by August 7th, which is a Wednesday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, United States. Think New York. The only way to get in on the whitelist is to click the link in my description and choose my name as your referrer. But again, do whatever you want to do. The idea is that this token can be used within the game's ecosystem for transactions, rewards, and governance. These tokens provide players with verifiable ownership, possible financial incentives, and may give the ability to participate in game development decisions, aka governance. But anyways, back to the whitelist. The GG token will be launched on the Ethereum blockchain at 1 cent per token, each with a max purchase amount of $10,000 worth of GG token in the whitelist sale. But how can investors be sure that investing in the GG token will be a good idea, and where could its price potentially go in the future? We can't technically predict price, but first you need to do your own due diligence and make sure that you make a good decision for your own financial situation. But also, in order to assist us with this question, the HVM team released a graphic that depicts a prospective trajectory for the GG token. This prospective trajectory is based on the launch of other popular GameFi projects like Axie Infinity, Gods, Atlas, and Illuvium. So basically, let me put it like this. By becoming a private sale contributor, you have a shot at unlocking the potential for unprecedented token appreciation while also gaining first access to future staking opportunities, thus giving you the best chance to actually become profitable because you bought it at the lowest possible price and got in at the earliest possible time. Make your own decisions, take your own risk. And as you can see from this other graphic released by the team, by comparing Honor vs. Madness to the previously mentioned successful GameFi releases, the overall average ROI on buying in the private sale round for these comparable GameFi projects produced around a whopping 40,000% gain over time. And yes, I mean 40,000% gain. That's a 400x on average for those guys. Now, obviously, we understand Honor vs. Madness isn't Axie Infinity and none of these other projects, so these returns aren't guaranteed. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, the GameFi narrative hasn't even come close in this cycle to going parabolic like it did in 2021 in the previous cycle. And as a huge believer in this narrative, I'm bullish on GameFi in general and have a lot of faith that this cycle will perform better than ever before. As a bonus, early investors also have the opportunity to buy a mystery box containing one of 3 unique animated legendary NFT cards with unique in-game play effects. You can secure one mystery box for every $5,000 you contributed to the private sale, and there are only 125 of them available for purchase. Talk about scarcity. So if you invest the whole $10,000, you can only get 2 of them, maybe, if the 125 aren't sold out already. Now, some comparable mystery boxes or similar like NFTs have gone for premiums well over $5,000, so do with that information what you will. Why? Because these cards will never be available again, thus enhancing their rarity and value due to scarcity and rarity. And they're probably banger cards for the game too. It's simple supply and demand in economics. But anyways, that's all I have for you on Honor vs. Madness today. I'll be making a follow-up video on this project later on in the cycle once it's closer to official launch, but for now, how do you feel about the game? Bullish or bearish? Let me know in the comments section. And one other thing to note before you go is they have partnered with a AAA branded gaming studio that will be building their game. So if you like content like this, obviously, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.